Well, great selling Saturday afternoon. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Let me get the charger plugged in here. What's going on, everybody? Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. And, it's Saturday, driving home from East Texas, and it's been a whirlwind 3 weeks. That's for sure. I'll tell you that much. Whirlwind 3 weeks. Started in San Diego, went to Phoenix, Scottsdale, same area, right? But there's some North Dallas and Greenville and Tyler and man, oh well, you got to do what you got to do, right? But listen, some people will ask, well, why are you doing everything? Why are you putting yourself in that situation and spending as much time away from your home and your family? And it's the same questions you get asked when you're in sales, right? Why are you doing sales, and why are you spending so much time at the office? Why are you putting yourself in that situation when you could go get a real job, a regular job, and work 40 hours a week, and maybe you'll do some overtime, but at least it's safe and all the other things that you hear. And I granted, I understand most people won't get it, right? And they're going to think that it's a bit much. And that's when you start hearing about, well, when's enough enough? I don't know how many of you guys have heard that. When is enough enough? Or is it never enough for you? And the reality of it is this: unless someone's ever owned their own business, that was really a business that they really worked at, okay? Or unless someone's worked in sales, I'll even give you this much. If you worked at, if you worked in food service or as a wait staff, right? You'll know that it's never enough. Whether you're a waiter or waitress, you want more tables because the more tables you've got, the more opportunities for you to get tips, right? Because that's where your real money's made. And for you in sales, man, it can fall apart just like that. You could have deals back out. You have applications get denied. You have family members that talk people out of buying the homes. You know, man, God forbid something just changes in a finance program and you lose your pipeline because a good portion of your deals were running through that one particular program. There's so much that can affect your business and your income, obviously, right? Because that happens. And let's say you lost half your pipeline. Well, man, there went half of your income in one fell swoop. And, when you stop to think about it, no one really gets into sales just to get by. I say that all the time, right? You think about it, which one of you out there decided, hey, I'm gonna go sell manufactured homes. And I'm going to do it to the best of my ability so that I can pay my bills. As long as I pay my bills, I am happy. Now, unless your bills are like $15,000, $20,000 a month, you could go get a regular job, right? A job, like just like that. Like say about the house, a house. But you can go get yourself a job and just survive. But if you got into sales, more than likely you got into sales because you wanted to do more than just survive. And that's why you have to keep in mind the fact that it's never enough, right? And you've always got to be adding to it and adding to it and adding to it. That's the beautiful thing about sales. But what makes the difference? What really makes the difference in someone's success, in someone's ability to be able to, sorry, to be able to really thrive in what it is that they do. Well, we know obviously it's one, work ethic, right? The other, discipline. But one of the key components to this is having the leadership that is going to make you feel great, to be great, to develop you, to turn you into the ultimate professional. That is the one thing, the one key component that most people do not get. You see, the more and more that I work with teams, the more that I travel around and get to speak to different organizations, the more I come to realize that the difference maker in your success is going to be that leader or that mentor who helps you understand your value. And look, I'm not, when people get this confused, right? When I say things like that, about having empathy, and they confuse empathy with weakness. Oh, I'm not going to coddle my people. Nobody said coddling your people, right? I don't even like to coddle my own sons. But you do have to guide them so that they can develop the skills, so that they can develop the confidence, and so that they can develop their way of thinking that's going to help them become the ultimate professional. You see, if I continue to do everything for my kids because it was quicker and easier, one, takes up my time. I don't get to do as much. Two, I get frustrated because now I feel like I have to do what I've got to do plus their things. And then three, I'm doing my kids a disservice because I'm not helping them to figure it out. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm going to show them how it's done. I'm going to probably even give them instructions on how it can be done. But ultimately, I need to trust in them that they're going to get it done. And if they can't get it done, I have to be able to trust in them, and they have to be able to trust in themselves that they will be able to find the way to get it done. And it's the same thing with you in your career. Same thing with you out there selling manufactured homes. There's nothing wrong with having systems. There's nothing wrong with having processes in place. There's nothing wrong with the continuous training, which I think is a big part of it. You have to have that because it keeps you sharp, and it keeps you moving forward in the direction of becoming that person who is continuously learning. So there's nothing wrong with that. Where the problem lies is when the leadership in that organization micromanages a group or an individual to the point where they just lose interest in the job itself, in the career itself. When you get frustrated to the point where you start losing it with your people because they're not doing exactly the way that you want them to, and then you decide on top of that to go ahead and get it done yourself, because whoever came up with this phrase, if you want a job done right, you can do it yourself, was a little short-sighted. Because in order for every job to get done right, if it takes you having to do it, you're never going to accomplish anything. So now what? So what we're talking about right now is you, my friends, those of you watching this out there, those of you on the sales floor, those of you that maybe are on in a community, no matter what your role is, you should be taking it upon yourself to be solutions oriented. You should be taking it, well, Caesar, they don't let me do these things. They want me to follow the certain steps. And I get that. I get that, right? But if there's ways that certain things can be made more efficient, streamlined, however you want to describe it, and it makes sense, you should be able to go and speak to your manager, general manager, whomever it is, and whoever is your upline, you should be able to go talk to them and tell them, give them the ideas, give them this plan that you devise that's going to help with certain situations, certain things that are going on. And if you can't do that, now you've got to make a decision as far as the organization is concerned that you're affiliated with. Now that has a lot to do with where this industry has been, what it has been up until now. But the future is completely different, right? There's so much opportunity, just like there always has been, but things are changing. Attitudes are changing. Perspectives are changing. And the industry needs to change with it. And just because something worked even 5 years ago doesn't mean it works now. Especially if that one thing that's well, talking about, I apologize, I hope I'm still on here, is that you are able, you've got to be able to approach your leadership and help them understand that what you've got going on and what your plan is going to help the organization. If you don't have that right now, my friends, if that's right, and look, I know that there's going to be people on here saying, Caesar, well, why are you telling people to leave companies? Now is the time for you to take control of your career. Right now is the time for you to really start to think ahead and start planning out what your life is going to look like 5, 10 years down the road. And that's why you need to start taking control of your own success. Hopefully within the company that you're a part of, right? And that's the whole thing. That's the vehicle. The vehicle is that career that you have, the employer that you're a part of. Your employer is the vehicle. But you, my friends, are the drivers. You are who either gets to the destination or you don't. You've got to be the one that's in charge. You got to be in the driver's seat, heading in the direction that you need to go to. But you also need to take into consideration what you need for this trip, who you're going to need as a co-pilot, What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? So that you can address all of these things. And that's why when we're talking about right now, is enough ever enough? No, it's not. It's not ever going to be enough because life continues on. Your life continues on. You've got the opportunity continues. And as long as you've got breath running through your nostrils, there's always opportunity. You should take advantage of it. You should move forward with it. And so just like you need to be thinking of ways to be able to make things more effective and more efficient so that you're not having to get micromanaged, so do we. We do the same thing with our business and what we can do to help you out, what we can do to make things better for you, what we can do to help make you or help you become more efficient, more effective, more successful, more productive. That's why we continue to innovate, evolve, and some people would say, "Man, you need to focus in on one thing." And everything that we're doing is based on the one thing. But we've got different vehicles for you to be able to take advantage of it, right? And I love the fact that we're starting to get out there and we're starting to meet you face to face outside of the companies that contract us to come in and work with them exclusively. Now with this new program, MH Sales Mastery Live, that's one of the things. Coming in person for 2 days where you can invest in yourself. You can spend those 2 days with us and the guest speakers that we have that are going to be there to pour into you. That's one of the things. We also redesigned the MHI Professional Housing Consultant Certification course. And that's about to launch here. The pre-sale is going on. I don't know if it's still available where you can get it for half price. Once it launches, it's going to be, the regular price, but that's about to launch here in a few weeks. And then, of course, we've got our programs where we deal directly with communities and retailers exclusive to them. And all of it is to help you execute at a higher level. What we share with you, the information, the education, everything, it's for nothing else except for you to succeed, for you to be able to do all of the things you wanted to do. By you operating differently and more effectively, by you taking your company and yourself from wherever you're at in your market right now to the top, which is what we've done across the board with all companies that we've worked with. They've gone to the top. Where I'm coming from right now in East Texas, that retailer is number 2 in all of East Texas now. When we started a year and a half ago, they were down at the bottom. Now, ultimately, it's not us, right? It's you putting in the work, but we bring you these opportunities. This is another opportunity. And so because of that, I want to share that with you. And I want to let you know that this Monday at 12:30 Central, we're going to be putting on a webinar on the MH Sales Mastery Live program. Monday at 12:30, a free webinar that you can go sign up for. And on Tuesday at 5 p.m. as well. You can go click on whatever social media you're watching this on right now. Go find the post. The post is on there from either yesterday, before, and it has all the information. It's got the links where you can get signed up. Be a part of that webinar with us. It's free. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything. All it's going to do is it's going to bring you added value. And you'll be able to find out about the program. And if that doesn't work for you, not a problem. There may be some other things that we have that we can do to help you. So as I get ready to get off here this Saturday afternoon, I want you all to remember this. You are in control. Nobody else. You are in control. If it works, it's because of you. If it doesn't work, it's because of you. That's a great place to be. It's a great place to be if you are truly a high performer, if you're truly an individual who holds themselves accountable, you'll appreciate the fact that even when it's not working, you'll be able to accept the fact that it's your fault. Not anybody else. It's not the market. It's not the economy. It's not anything going on out there. It's not your management. Well, they're not giving me the stuff I need. You can go and get it. It's available to you. It's available to you. You can go and get it. You're choosing not to, right? But when you get to that point where you can accept the good and the bad are both your fault, then at that point now, you free yourself to just execute. And that's what I want you to do. Execute upon those things. Take control of your career, take control of your life. Don't let your future depend on anyone else except you. So join us Monday, 12:30 Central, or Tuesday at 5 p.m. Central for the free live webinar on MH Sales Mastery Live. Wherever you're watching this right now, you can get to the post about the info webinar, and you can register for either one or come in both days, man. It'd be fun. It'd be fun to have you there. All right. But while you're there, make sure you're asking questions. Make sure you're participating. Hey, and you know what? By the way, man, if you get on a Zoom call or something, turn your cameras on. All right. I think it's pretty messed up. It's pretty crappy that people will get on and they don't have their cameras on. But anyway, that's just me, right? You guys have a great Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do some great things today, man. And don't forget, tomorrow is a Sunday recharge. So tomorrow, plan out your week for the week ahead. What worked well this week? Double down on that. What didn't go quite so well? What can you do to avoid that? Think those things through. Plan out your week. Go and attack. And I hope you had a great month end. All right. You guys have a great Saturday. I'm going to keep down the road here. But you know that we'll be talking again very soon, my friends. Until the next time, as always, can't wait to meet you.